and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about my first ever designer handbag. So here it is, and I'm going to unbox it as well. I have already used it, but I thought it'd be nice for you to see sort of like how it was packaged and how it arrived. I'm also going to be talking to you about the process of me getting a designer handbag. So if you would like to see, then please keep watching. Okay, so to start with, this is my first ever designer handbag. I've never really been into designer handbags. It's not really something that used to interest me. I always carry around my phone that usually has like a card wallet inside the phone case, and that's how I normally use stuff. Now Apple Pay is a thing, it's even less to carry around. I get annoyed carrying a handbag, especially ones that you put on your arm, and then you get like a red thing on your arm and it hurts, and I've never really been into carrying them. I don't mind the ones that go over the body, because you don't really have to, there's no effort involved in carrying that sort of handbag. So I basically just wanted to start by saying that you don't need designer things in your life. Like, designer things do not define you as a person, they do not make you better or worth more. Like, I know that it's like the rage, everyone on social media has all these designer things, designer handbags, designer this, designer that. But don't feel like you need it, because you don't. This is the first one I've ever had, and I've always wanted one, but I've never been so desperate to get one that I would get a loan out, get a credit card, do something to warrant me having one. And to be honest, it's just not been a priority. So I just wanted to sort of put it out there that this isn't a you need to get a designer handbag video, or like you're worthless because you don't have one, because that's obviously not true. I just wanted you to sort of understand that you don't have to have one, like you don't need one. It should be a treat, something that like you're proud of. It's, it's a lot of money for just a handbag. It's, the price of a car, or, a deposit on something like that you need, money for a house, rent, whatever it could be. And I think for me, I grew up in Cornwall, so it's quite a small, very sheltered area, and I guess the reason I've never been that worried about them is because you don't see them. Like, there's nothing in Cornwall, like there isn't a Harrods or a Harvey Nichols or anything like that in Cornwall. So like people don't really have them, and sort of growing up, if somebody did have one, you wouldn't really know what it was. And it was only from like my modelling experience and all of that I saw the girls had them and friends had them that all lived in big cities. But to me it would be great to have them for while I'm in that city, but then when I get home I'm just not that worried about it. So it was only sort of the last, I'd say, year that I've really wanted one. This was actually given to me as a gift from my partner, but I don't think I would actually go out and buy one myself and spend that money on it, just because I don't know, I just don't see it as a priority. So yeah, so basically I just wanted you to not feel that you had to have one or need one. Like, if you can get one for, I don't know, an anniversary or a special birthday, or you've done amazing at something, you've completed something, then yeah, go ahead, get one. I'm not sure that I'll get another one. This will last me quite some time now, and I don't use it all the time. Again, when I'm back in Cornwall, there's not really much that is going on that I'll use it. It's not a day-to-day take to Asda or Morrison sort of handbag. It'll be like if I go out for a nice dinner or an event or something like that, I'll use it. So yeah, don't feel like you have to have one. You're not stupid if you don't have one, you're not poor if you don't have one, you're not any of those things. If you don't have one, you don't have one. Like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't interest you. It's always good to have a goal to get one. If you really are desperate for one, save up for one, work hard for one, ask for contributions for birthdays and Christmas so you can save up for one if that's something you really want. But don't get yourself into trouble for it. Don't get loans and credit cards and all of that for it. Obviously if you want to you can, but what's the point? It's a handbag. So yeah, I am going to move on from that and actually show you my handbag. I'm in love with my handbag. It's like fantastic, but the world wouldn't end if I didn't have it. So here goes the unboxing of my first ever designer handbag, and I will tell you at the end if it was worth it or not. So it comes in a box like this. I got a centre-on crossbody bag. So let's go ahead and take both this. So as you open it, comes with the cards. Let's have a look at this. This is probably the authenticity. Whoa. Yeah, receipts and authenticity cards. Authenticity numbers. So if you do get one, just make sure that you save all the sort of packaging, all the receipts and all the cards, just in case you ever want to sell it or pass it on to somebody, because there's a lot of fakes around. And to be honest, the fakes are so good these days that I don't think you'd even notice. Like my friend had a Saint Laurent bag, and I told her how much I liked it, and she said she got it from, where was it? Either Singapore or somewhere else, and you wouldn't even know the difference. So you can always go and do that. Okay, and then it comes in this dust bag. And here it is. I mean, it is beautiful, and I really wanted an understated one, so I didn't want one that sort of screamed, I'm a designer handbag, in your face. So I went for this one, the leather quilted one. I mean, it is beautiful, and it's a great size. It goes over the body, and it has this tag and tassel on the end. And then it's got this little tag with branding on it, if you can see that. And it's easy because I can just wear it over my shoulder, put my coat and my jacket over it, and it's not going anywhere. So I really love it. I love it. I really do. But again, it wouldn't be the end of the world if I didn't have it. And then it's got quite a good amount of space, and it's got a little side pocket just in there. And that's it. So that is my designer handbag. Was it worth it? Yeah, I love it, and I got gifted it from my partner. I mean, I love it. I think it's beautiful, and it's a great like addition to my wardrobe, and it's one of those things that I can say that now I have a designer handbag. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to grow a massive collection of them, but now I have one, so now I'm not the odd one out when I do go somewhere that doesn't have one. So yeah, that is basically the end of this video. Again, I just want to say this isn't a video that says you shouldn't have one or you're stupid if you have one, or it's just about priorities. And if you know, if your priority is to have a designer handbag and that's something you really want, then sure, go ahead, do it. If you can afford to have a massive collection of them, go for it. I mean, wow. I mean, I know girls that literally have 10, 12 and they always get the newest one that's in, but that's what they want to spend their money on, which, you know, you can't judge people for what they want to spend their money on. I mean, when I got my car that I've got, I had loads of people going, oh, why are you spending that much money on it? And it's like, because I wanted to, because that's something that I wanted, that's something that made me feel better and proud of, and I'm really, really proud of my car. But it's, you know, some people would rather spend it on a house, some people would rather spend it on clothes, but just everybody is different and everyone has their own preference and everyone has their own priorities. So just remember that when, you know, you see everything on social media. And I've had it before where I've seen people with all these expensive items, Gucci handbags, Chanel this, that and the rest of it, and I think, oh, why don't I have it? I should have it. And then I'm Googling it thinking that I need to buy it, and then it just makes me feel shit. So why do it to ourselves? So just, if you want it, then do it, but don't feel bad if you don't have it. If you can't afford it, don't feel bad about it. Like, save up for it, work hard for it. Don't, you know. And I think that's the big thing with social media. It sometimes does make you feel lesser of a person, but you just have to try and not let it make you feel like that. So sorry, I've rambled on a little bit. This was about a designer handbag. So this is my designer handbag. I'm glad you watched my video. Please leave any comments down below if you have any, you know, any questions or anything. So I'm going to leave that one there. I rambled on a little bit, I do apologise. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.